Hademeynül Harameynü Şerifeyn Yavuz Sultan Selim Han, Ebul Fetvel Magazi Fatih Sultan Mehmet Han ve Serdar-ı Hakan Sultan Abdülhamid Han cennet mekan. Firdevs-i Haşiyen Hazıratın ervahine ve amni inayetine. Alelhusus bu caminin manisi Sahib-ul hayrat ve hal-hasenat. Sahib-ül Şeyh Şeyh Abdulkerim el-Kıbrıs Hazretlerinin ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş İmam Mezzül Kayyum ve cemaatinin kahve-i erhimanın ervahı için Allah rızası için el-Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen-nebi. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammed ve ala ali seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
La ilahe illallah. Seyyidina Muhammed Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. Nahmedullah Teala ve nastağfiru ve eşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh. Eşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluh. Sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve ezvacihi ve sahabi tabi khulafa'in raşidin mahadin min ba'di. Uzamati ala tahkik. Hususan minhum alamati khulafa Resulullah ala tahkik. Umarel müminin. Hazreti Ebu Bakr, Umar, Osman ve Ali. وعلى بعد صحابة التابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. يا أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون يقول الله تعالى إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah, who says in the Holy Quran, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I swear by the heaven and the morning star. Ah, what will make you understand what the morning star is? The piercing star. There is no soul except that it has a protector over it. So let man take a look at what he is created from. He was created from a gushing fluid that came out from between the backbone and the ribs. Truly, Allah is able to bring him back to life. On the day when hidden thoughts shall be searched out, then man will have no power nor any helper. By the heaven which gives the returning rain and the earth which cracks open, truly, this Quran is a conclusive statement. It is no pleasantry. Look, they plot a plot against you, Ya Muhammad, and I plot a plot against them. So allow time for the disbelievers. Leave them for a while. Sadaqallah al-Azim. May all peace and blessings be upon the beloved of Allah, Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ. Hazrat Ubay ibn Ka'ab radiallahu an is narrating that once he said to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, I send a lot of salawats upon you. How much of my dua should be salawats? Holy Prophet ﷺ replied, whatever you want. Whatever you want. And if you do more, that will be better for you. Hazrat Ubay replied, 1/4. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, whatever you want. And if you do more, that will be better for you. Hazrat Ubay replied, 1/2. And Holy Prophet ﷺ gave the same answer. Hazrat Ubay asked, 2/3. And Holy Prophet ﷺ gave the same answer. Finally, Hazrat Ubay said, I will make all of my du'as to be salawats upon you. And Holy Prophet ﷺ said, then your concerns will be taken care of. And your sins will be forgiven. Ya Allah, bless our Master Muhammad ﷺ, An-Nabi Ummi, the unlettered Prophet, and bless his family and his companions. And may all peace and blessings also be upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar Farooq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. May peace and blessings be upon the leaders of the caravan of Haqq, the Khajagan of the Nakşibendi way. May peace and blessings be upon the noble Ottomans whose blood and lives were sacrificed for the love of Habibullah. May peace and blessings be upon all those who honor them and follow them until the last day. Amen. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, have no doubt, as believers, we are strangers living in a strange land. We are strangers living in an enemy territory. We are exiles thrown out from our true home, and our true home is the highest of the high, and we are living now in the lowest of the low. Our father Adam alayhi salam was created in paradise, in ahsani taqwim, but we have been sent down to the lowest of the low, to asfal as-safilin. The exile never forgets his home, yet Bani Adam forgets his original home, forgets that he does not belong here, and he tries to live amongst his enemies here and the enemies of Allah forever. This is a prison. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the world is a prison for the believer, but it is a paradise for the unbelievers. Today this belief has become lost. This belief is a forgotten sunnat. This belief is not a belief anymore in the hearts of the believers, because nobody remembers their original home and nobody is reminding them of the original home. We lost the guides who were connected to that original home, to that paradise world, and everyone is blind, following the blind. They think that this dunya is the only thing that exists, and so because there is no belief in the Ahiret, people try to turn this world into paradise. Their belief is just lip service. Their belief is not passing their throats, because if we believe what we believe, our entire lifestyle will be completely different from the unbelievers. It is like Hazrat Maulana Rumi Qaddasallahu is saying, what if someone said to the baby in the womb, outside of your world of black nothing, outside of your world of black nothing is a perfectly organized world, a pleasant, huge earth with many delights and foods, with mountains and seas and plains and gardens and fields, a huge sky full of light, a sun and moonbeams and hundreds of stars. Its beauty is beyond description. Why are you stuck in this darkness? The baby would say, you're crazy, this is all delusion and fantasy. One day you will look back and laugh at yourself. You'll say, I can't believe I was so asleep. How did I ever forget the truth? The friends of Allah, they are connected to that world, and they are here by the mercy of our Prophet, by the mercy of Allah, to show us how to divorce themselves from this world and how to prepare our homecoming, our urs, our wedding to that world. Our Shaykh Sahib-ul Saif, Shaykh Abdulkerim al-Kibrisi Rabbani Kazasir is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is talking to us through the Holy Quran to people who believe. He is creating us and sending us to this world, and He is sending His orders to us, saying, I have created you and this is the orders that you have to follow to be able to live comfortable and correctly in this life and to prepare yourself to go back to your original home. This dunya is only a temporary place. It is only 3 days. 3 days. Intelligent man has to think to know this is only 3 days world. Yes, yesterday is past. 1. Tomorrow is unknown. We are preparing for tomorrow, but we are not knowing if you are going to reach to tomorrow. And that is another day. 2. And today, that is 3 days. Allah Jalla wa Ala subhanahu wa ta'ala created you human. He called you Hazrati Insan. He gave you a title to be His Khalifa. He made His angels to make sajda to you. Even Jibreel alayhi salam made sajda. All other angels making sajda to you. And you are busy with the nonsense of this world, the world that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give any value. You are busy with that. You are keeping that a priority. Oh Shaykh, we need the world too. Some are saying, of course you need the world. Of course you have to work to live the halal borderlines. But do you think that you have to be a slave to this world? No, you don't. You don't have to run to get your rizq, what Allah gives to you here and there, but you have to run to be a servant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today's people, they turn to become slaves to the world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the world and everything in it for our service. He created us for His service. If we are keeping His service, if we are watching His orders, if we are watching when He says do and don't do, then He will dress you with another secret dress. These are the words of the saints who are with their Lord. And they are trying to call us back to the honor of being Hazrati Insan. That title of Hazrati Insan was given to the man in paradise. It is not given to the man who falls in love with his dunya and becomes a slave to the dunya. The man who becomes slave to dunya, he loses himself. And he loses all his honor. Either you sell your dunya for ahirat, or you sell your ahirat for dunya. As Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the sweetness of this world is bitterness in ahirat. And the bitterness of this world is sweetness in ahirat. The sign that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a person is that He protects him from sinking into the dunya. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, when Allah loves a servant, He protects him from the dunya. When Allah loves a servant, He protects him from the dunya. Just as one of you stops a sick person from drinking too much water. And who are the examples of this? The companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So many Sahabis, they also had wealth. They also had status. They had everything in dunya, but once they tasted the sweetness of the sohbat of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Once they tasted the bitterness of this world, the dunya turned bitter to them. And Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu an was one of the wealthiest men of the Quraysh. He gave everything he had until he did not even have a piece of cloth to cover himself properly. And he had to make clothes out of the leaves of the palm trees. But he received the salams from his Lord. Hazrat Ibrahim ibn Adham Qaddasallahu is speaking about this sweetness, saying, if the kings and their princes knew what we experience from spiritual pleasure and happiness, they would try to fight us and take it from us with their swords. What is this sweetness? It is loving those whom Allah loves. And when you love the ones whom Allah loves, you must prepare yourself for bitterness. You must prepare yourself for tests. As a man who says, Ya Rasulullah, I love you. And he said, then prepare yourself for hardship. Because when a man loves the beloveds of Allah, step by step he will start to experience what the beloveds of Allah they are experiencing. The reality of this dunya and the reality of the Ahiret. And what do you think will happen to that one? The pleasure and the love of Allah will also reach to him. That time dunya has no taste and dunya has no value. The only value that the dunya has is when he uses it for haqq. Otherwise, it has no value whatsoever. The only pleasure and the love of Allah that he is looking for is to serve Allah, and to serve the beloved ones is to serve the ummah. That time, even the person that this dunya calls slave, he will become the sultan of the Ahiret. Our Shaykh Sahib-ul Saif is explaining this, saying, those people who kept Islam valuable, Allah kept them up. For centuries they tried to knock them down, but no one could knock them down. Impossible. Slave. The man was a slave somewhere whom no one knew. Hundreds of thousands of millions of people came, they became slaves, and they died as slaves. How many of them do you know? Leave the slaves. How many kings do you know from the time of the Holy Prophet ﷺ up till now who has come and gone? They ruled the world. Leave the kings. The time that you are living in now, that you are voting, how many presidents do you know? Gone. Their names are taken off and thrown into the dustbin. But slaves, Hazrat Bilal al-Habashi radiallahu an, his name is so special that when you mention his name, you have to stand up for it. What gave value to him? What gave value to him? He was just another slave like the other ones. He kept valuable what Allah gave him. He held it tightly and he didn't change it for anything. He didn't change it for this world or hereafter. He kept his faith. He showed value to the Prophet ﷺ because he saw, this is the one who became the reason for me to have this faith, and I found safety. And when Holy Prophet ﷺ passed away, like so many Sahabis, he didn't want to live anymore. But he had no choice. He was living. And he asked permission from Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anh, saying, Ya Abu Bakr, I cannot live in this city anymore. You have a heavier burden, so you have to live here, but I cannot. I cannot call azan anymore too. So release me. Set me free. I take my head and I go to the mountains somewhere. And Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anh said, go, Ya Bilal. He went all the way down to Damascus, walking. But what Prophet ﷺ put there in his heart was burning. It was always waking him up to that reality, and one day he was seeing that the Prophet ﷺ is calling to him, Ya Bilal, come. He didn't know what happened. He got up and he started running in the desert, coming to Medina. Prophet ﷺ said, call azan. When he started calling azan, all the Sahabis were left, started running. They thought that the Prophet came back too. They were looking. So when Bilal said, Muhammadur Rasulullah, he just fell down there and he finished. Yes. What is the difference between them and us? We are claiming that we love the Prophet ﷺ. Where is that love? Where? Love of dunya. And if you don't get rid of the love of this dunya, then you are never going to reach to that faith. It's not possible. It's not only that they got rid of dunya, but they got rid of everything that they had, and they gave their lives for the Prophet ﷺ, for Islam. But there were ones who were weak ones. Dunya fooled them. They were Sahabis, but dunya fooled them, and they have fallen. When their names are mentioned now, we even turn our heads to the other side because they didn't treat the Prophet ﷺ properly. Where is the Prophet ﷺ? He left. He is dead. What will you do if the Prophet ﷺ is coming and visiting here on that time that this sohbat has to be studying? What will you do if the Prophet ﷺ is there and you are not there? Did you ever think on it? You didn't. You're just keeping it as a hobby. You're losing it. These words are for believers. These words are to wake up the murids and the believers. The friends of Allah are leading us in the caravan of the Prophet ﷺ. You cannot stay in that caravan with a heavy luggage of this dunya. You cannot stay in that caravan with the love of dunya in your heart. You cannot stay in that caravan if you have weakness and doubt. The price of admission of that caravan is ashq. And the leaders of that caravan, it is their job to keep you inside. If they see you are going out of the way, if they see you are becoming arrogant and stubborn, if they see you falling behind, if they see you about to be attacked by the wild animals, they will do whatever is necessary to pull you back. This is the way of the sheikhs. This is our way. Sahib-ul Saif is saying, I'm hearing here and there people saying, Sheikh, you are being too tough. You are being too rough. Is really bothering us. I like the way you speak, but it's very heavy. And I said, we have no time. We have no time left. We have to talk more harder for you to wake up, because you are falling into this heedless and drunken station. So it is necessary for you, for me, to speak like this, to wake you up, wake myself up at the same time. I cannot even sleep because I'm thinking, oh, maybe Judgment Day is today. Maybe it's going to be tomorrow morning. Everyone is so busy with Mahdi, thinking Mahdi is going to come. He's going to give this and that. Yahoo, believe in Mahdi. Wait for Mahdi. But don't forget, Azrael may come to you tonight. What did you send to the grave? That's what you're going to find there. What are you busy with right now? Is your heart busy with shahadat, saying La ilaha illallah? Is your heart not busy with that? If your heart is not busy with shahadat, what do you think is going to happen? You think that angel of death is going to come to you saying, oh, your highness, I'm the angel of death. You need a guide. Hold on tightly to that guide. Don't let it go, because Dajjal, it's about time now that he is coming out. Mahdi is coming out right after Dajjal is coming out. That is the test going to be for everyone. Test will be for those who is not shaking now. That is the time they may shake too. The world is going to continue a little bit like this, more. You're going to see extraordinary power coming out from the hand of Dajjal. Watch what you are doing, which side you are holding tightly. Hold on tightly to your Shaykh, because Dajjal is coming to give you what your ego wants. Those same people who are saying to me, Shaykh, you are very hard on us, they're going to say Dajjal is very easy on us. Dajjal is coming to give us anything we want. That is exactly what Dajjal is going to do. He's going to feed everyone's egos. That's his job. The deputies of Mahdi alayhi salam, the real deputies, their job is to give the proper warning to the people and to themselves, saying, this is waiting for you. Remember, we might not reach to tomorrow. Tomorrow is a question mark, unknown. We don't know if you're going to live by tomorrow. So live today correctly. Finish today correctly. Make intention to live tomorrow for Allah's sake. Even if you don't know nothing, doesn't matter. Make your intention correct. You will find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala putting in front of you the right way. These are the words that we have to follow. We have to hold on tightly to these words. They will save us. These are the words that if we follow them, they will let us to reach to the time of Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam safely. These are words that if you follow them, it will give us safety in Dunya and Ahiret. These are the words of the one who is guiding us back to our original home. Sultan al-Awliya is asking Allah, Ya Rabbi, we are weak servants, send us a Sahib. May the Sultan that your Habib ﷺ gave good news about, may he come. May a Sultan come to train these people. Ya Rabbi, you are Al-Qadir Al-Muqtadir. You are waiting for the coming Sultan. We are waiting for the coming Sultan. Ameen, Ya Rabbi. We hope to reach to the time of that blessed Sultan. Let's keep the way of Allah. Let's fight shaitan. Let's get rid of evil. Wherever there is evil, let's get rid of it. This is our job now. This is the duty of people today. Get rid of evil. Proclaim war against evil. This is what is important. Not fighting one another, but fighting against evil and shaitan. Let us declare war against all evil. Let us declare war against shaitans who made us forget our humanity. There will be no disasters coming from above, nor will any troubles on earth reach to us for those who are asking this. O our Lord, you are Subhan. May Sahib-ul Zaman reach us, and may a Sultan come who will make us live like humans, so shaitan will not be able to control us. Shame on people who are being controlled by shaitan on earth today. Evil is ruling the earth. Evil is ruling the people. Get rid of the people. Get rid of the evil ones. Get rid of evil and don't be afraid. Amin, Amin, Amin. Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah al-azim, al-azim, la ilaha illa wa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد لله كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد لله كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد لله كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة سبحان قدوس إن دين عند الله الإسلام قام الصلاة